What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a look and run of my Arrma Fury. This is the 2x4 version. I got this a few months ago when Horizon Hobby was running a sale on it for like $129. And I decided to do my own 3S conversion rather than get the 223S factory. I decided to kind of wrench on it myself and put in the 85 amp Spectrum system with the, what is this? The 3300 kV 1300. It's a 3S system. It runs obviously a lot quicker than the factory motor and speed controller on the nickel metal hydride. I matched this with the Spectrum. I believe it's the 5000 or 5500 milliamp 3S hard pack. It just barely fits in the underbelly body box, or sorry, battery box. I have a 3D printed receiver box in here, where we've got the Muse MEUS receiver to pair to the Muse transmitter. I told you I really like these receivers in the transmitter. They're super cheap. This is a gyro receiver, so it definitely helps straighten this thing out. The 223S, I believe, comes stock with the gyro. I think it's built into the 2-in-1 speed controller. But it works well enough, and I think the gyro version of the speed controller is like $16, so they're incredibly cheap. This is a fun car to run. The 2x4, the two-wheel drive, it's a completely different experience. If you don't have a two-wheel drive RC and all you have are 4x4s, you definitely need to get something. The body system. So what's nice about this is you can kind of leave the battery in the box below. That's also where it plugs in. Don't recommend leaving your car plugged in for a prolonged period of time. But if you're going to do a couple runs throughout the day, as I tend to do, you can leave it plugged in. And then we've got a power button up here that's actually accessible without taking the body off, which is great. The body is not the easiest system that I've dealt with. You've got these retention pins that you slide back and forth, but they're very soft and weak, and it's honestly kind of a pain in the ass to reliably get it on and off. Maybe I'm just not the best at doing it, but I've found it to be fairly difficult and not idiot-proof. So now that you've got that, you kind of just push the pins in, theoretically, and that should capture them so that the body doesn't pull out. Okay. All right, let's give it a run. This thing's a fun car to run when you don't have a ton of space, because the turnarounds are so easy. You just throw the wheel to one side or the other and it just whips right around. That's the benefit of the two-wheel drive. It's more flickable, especially on the looser, drier stuff like this. And these bugs are killing me. Definitely feel that my rear tires are shot. I've got like no traction. It's throwing a lot of dirt and rock, but they are not tracking. I'm probably gonna have to swap those before I do too much more running. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to swap the rear tires with the front just so that I have a little bit more controllability. It's probably gonna be what we gotta do. Okay, we swapped the tires. Yeah, I can already tell. Feels like I have tires again. Man, this thing's so nice. It just sails. It's sort of like a boat. I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of floats. This is the only short course truck I've ever had or run, but I do really like the characteristics of a short course vehicle. It's a super stable platform. Whoa. Truck handles so nice. It's the only two-wheel drive vehicle that I have right now, so it's definitely different, you know, dynamics than the rest of them when you're used to the four-wheel drive. But there's also that added difficulty where, you know, it requires a little bit of extra work or skill to kind of get it to do exactly what you want it to do without flipping around on itself. Like coming around the corner down here. The right amount of braking and turning. I'm also trying to do this in a way that doesn't completely spray all of my gravel out of my driveway, which is sometimes hard to do. Let's get her going on the road. Do some speed runs here. I don't have a GPS, so I'm not quite sure exactly how fast it goes, but I'd say probably 40, 45. Maybe closer to 40. I'd say it's not quite as fast as the VXL, I'm sorry, the Mini XRT on 2S out of the box. It's a little bit faster than the Mini Max on 2S. It's a lot faster than this was out of the box with the brush motor. It's such a light truck that the brakes tend to just lock up. I've got the brakes, I think I've got the brake setting turned down a little bit from stock on this controller, or I'm sorry, on this ESC. I haven't actually adjusted the rates in the controller, maybe I'll do that next. But it's so light that when you apply the brakes, they just tend to kind of stick and slide. There's not a lot of weight. But the weight of the truck also makes it fun because it's just so flickable. It really flies off of jumps and stuff. Whoa. Man, blasting this thing around this curve is so much fun. A little bump in the driveway there. This side of the driveway is getting a little bit too rough for this car. Still fun. I really like being able to see kind of the suspension, absorb up some of the whoops. It looks like just hit low voltage.